Alrighty, how's it going, guys? Battery 80%. Did you guys hear that, by the way? If I did things correct, you guys heard that. How's it going, Linica? Mockstar, Robert? How you guys doing? Let's see. Do I have? I'm completely unprepared, by the way, today. Yeah, seems like I am really unprepared. Don't have my charts open. Where are you? There we go. Alrighty, and then boom, and then boom. Ooh, from Bali, eh? How's it going, buddy? You're not too far away from me. How's it going, Andy? Smash the likes like Andy did. Today's going to be a more of a casual stream. This is what I'm going to do. For those of you who actually showed up to the pre-live, let's call it that, the pre-live, I'm going to take around 5 altcoin requests, and then we'll get through those after we are done discussing what we discuss. So go ahead. Hey, Wish, how's it going, bud? Long time no see. Alright, let's go. Altcoin requests. Boom. Robert, Mark, Wish, any takers? Lindica, you probably got an altcoin. Mark's become a Bitcoin maximalist, so Luna, HNS on daily and IF. What's IF? IF. Hex. Does Hex have a chart now on TradingView? Oh my, it does. Wait, is this it? No, that's Hicks. That's Hicks. Goddamn Hick. Oh my god. Okay, we'll take a look at let's see if it does it have enough price action. Yeah, it does. Seems like it. Alright, we'll look at Hex. But that's towards the end of the stream. So for now, back to Bitcoin. Wait, can I? No, that doesn't work, eh? Oh, it does. Okay. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Alina, we're taking altcoin requests. You're allowed to request an altcoin that I'll cover towards the end of the stream, but you're not allowed to say ETC. Oh wait, do you guys hear my music, or is it just me? You guys do not hear my music. I just realized that. What's going on? How about news? Zoom into your chart. We haven't started the stream yet. We can't zoom into the chart. BNB. Okay. I'm gonna take down notes so I don't forget. Okay, we got Hex, we got BNB, we got ZRX, Allen, Bednar Zyke. That's actually a really cool name. If you pronounce it the way I just did. It says Luna. Luna doesn't count. It's not because I'm going to be covering Luna anyways, right? Well, I was okay. Let's do Luna USDT. Okay, Luna. Okay, and Ape. Ooh, Ape. Okay, Robert gets his Ape call. Alina, you don't get 2, man. Okay, Alina gets 2. Alina gets 2. Alina gets 2. So now we're at 6 though. So that's it, guys. Alina is special, so she gets 2. Only Alina gets 2 though. It's bed now, but dude, that doesn't help me, man. It's, you almost typed the same thing. Bednar Shaik. Bednar Shaik. You gotta break it down for me, like with hyphens. Alright, do you guys want to start with the chart? Do you guys want to start with the dashboard? What do you guys want to start with? Maybe the dashboard. Ooh, I almost got it perfect, eh? Damn. Damn. I know, eh? Alright, we can start with the dashboard, guys. As you guys can see, volatility is compressing down to the low. Blue means, I was gonna say good, but depends on what kind of situation you're in and how you like to read volatility. But at the moment, vol is really compressed. And let's go ahead and take a look at the volatility on the mid time frames. Not so much in the mid time frames, right? You guys can see on the lower time frames, the mid time frames, volatility is relatively high, especially compared to the daily, right? We're seeing 111 BNB. By the way, someone asked about BNB. It's also sitting at 1 at BTC, sitting at 1. My oh my, the squeeze on a lot of these guys. So what's the read over here when we see that 4 hour, 12 hour sitting pretty high relative to the 1 hour, relative to the daily? I was gonna say 1 daily, the relative to the daily. That tells me that we are literally trading within a very tiny range, right? And that range is the daily range, clearly, because the daily is literally sitting at 1. What does it tell you? Let's break this. Should I break this down for you guys? F it. There's no order to anything today. All right, there's no order to anything. Let's go back to the chart. Right, I'm gonna draw this shit out for you guys. Forgive my language. I just got back from the gym, by the way, guys, so I'm really kind of like pumped in terms of blood flow, etc. So yeah, I haven't eaten all day either, so I'm hoping that the stream isn't too long, but I always say that and it ends up being too long. But I do need to eat. I'm like, I think 18 hours into my fast. But let's go back to what we were talking about. Let's say we have a period of days that's going from this range to this range, right? From this date all the way to this date. Okay, price could very well be there's a tool that you guys told me about that I never use, but I should use, the arrow tool, where you get to is it this? Oh, path. Okay, so let's say price is doing this and then 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 this and then, like, it's just doing this, right, constantly. Now for those of you who get caught in the lower time frames, right, you guys are going to feel like price is really volatile, especially if you're looking at the 1 hour, etc. If you zoom into these candles, wait, where did it go? Okay, this is why I don't use this new tools, man. I'm too old for this shit. But yeah, I'm just going to use what I'm comfortable with. Okay, let's say price is doing this. It's really volatile. There you go. This is more mango. The scribbles. Double click to keep, says Mark. Okay, I'll try to remember that for next time. But isn't this more mango? Anyways, price is like very volatile. But if you look back between this range, it's really just stayed within a range, right? So the volatility in real is really, really low. And when you zoom out of the daily as well, like, okay, if you zoom into the daily, your 4 hours going to show you big red candles, big green candles, big red candles, big green candles. And if you zoom into 1 hour, it's going to be even worse. And your 12 hours is going to be not as bad as the 4 hour, but it's going to be worse than the daily, right, in terms of volatility. But then when you zoom out into like the weekly and the monthly, you're literally going to see just sideways action. And this is really clearly demonstrated with the fact that Bitcoin has literally gone sideways ever since we lost that monthly 10 SMA. That, you know, that was a big one for us that we've been talking about over here at Mango ever since, well, December, right? Ever since Christmas. We're like, we were praying to God, praying to freaking Jesus, that for Christmas we get a close at the end of the month, of course, above the 10 SMA. Right? We were hoping for this because that was going to be a bullish continuation sign for the trend to continue. And this is what traders don't get, right? Everything's if this then that. Oh, not traders, rather new traders, or rather people who come to channels looking for like targets and guarantees. There's no guarantees in TA, guys. There's only invalidations to when you get out of your bullish positions or bearish positions. And over here, we were hoping, right over here, guys, right over here, we were hoping for this to hold over the 10 SMA, because then we'd have been bullish for this. If not, back then alone, we were drawing out all the situations for ascending triangles, etc., right? We were talking about all of this back then. And now you're seeing it all play out. Closing in the 10 SMA, price didn't go down. We didn't get that M-like formation that we also talked about as a possibility. Instead, we are seeing sideways, literally. And this is the big thesis right here. That's it. This is it, right here. Do we break down? Do we break up? Market has to decide. What do you guys think? What in the world do you guys think? I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm gonna take a sip of my sparkling water. It's as simple as trading can be as simple as this. For years now, I've been literally showing you guys the same freaking template on the Ichimoku. You guys don't need fancy indicators. You guys don't need the dynamic. You guys don't need anything. Like, the Mango ribbon is for free, so you guys can literally trade with only this. Is my mic settings bad? My mic is actually a really good mic. I just don't have Krisha with me today to like fix it for me. Something went wrong when I was messing around with settings. Yeah. Apologies, man. Apologies. Oh, man. Okay, let me try to fix it. I don't know what's going wrong. I can see the fuzz kind of thing. All I can say is I really apologize for the mic thingy. I tried fixing it. It could be my USB port. It could be that too, right? How's this? I put the mic further away from me. And I adjusted a couple of things on OBS. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I also noticed that this only happens when I run Streamlabs OBS. When I run the default OBS, this doesn't happen. Like, it shouldn't be this, like, never mind. Okay, but let's is this good enough to like have a conversation though? I know it's not perfect, guys, but all I'm trying to do today is get us all in line with our mindsets, right? Because I know it's hard times in the markets. I know people are kind of anxious. I just want us to all just understand what is going on and what are the important things to be keeping an eye on and not get distracted. Because there's so much going on. There are few really important things that will keep your lives simple. Okay, I'm not saying, hey, things are going to go up or down. We have what's called trigger points that I can tell you guys about, right? And again, these things play out on the higher time frames, in the monthly, etc., and people lose focus and they lose context. And as long as you guys keep it mango, again, like I said over here, everyone who listened or kept it mango knew what to do here. We've literally been trading between the 10 SMA, tanking Kijun, 10 SMA, tanking Kijun for months now. It's been the same thing. I don't use Bookmap. Bookmap actually contacted me for a partnership thingy deal. And I was like, they were, I mean, I'm not trying to put them down or anything. Firstly, it's really hard for me to respond to all my emails. Secondly, I just looked at them and I'm like, this, what they're doing is cool, but it's just not mango, right? I can't, regardless of business opportunities, etc., I can't push people towards a direction that, you know, adds complexity when we can arrive at those conclusions with simplicity. And that's what Mango is really about. The messaging at Mango over here is that, hey, let's keep our lives simple, let's keep our lives stress-free. If we can get the same results with less stress, that's what I'll always lean towards. Yeah, so I don't use Bookmap. Maybe in the future that will change if things become a lot less complicated. You can find liquidity on the charts, dude. I can show you where liquidity is just by looking at it. Oh, just by. There's liquidity there. There's liquidity there. So Vishal says ascending triangle from March 21st on the monthly. Yeah. But Vish, what if we have a bear flag, man? Did you guys like the song, by the way? This used to be my favorite song as a teen. Yeah, this is what I used to listen to, guys. On repeat. On repeat. And then right after this was the Lion King song. Every now and then I'd play Aladdin. Why is there no volume? Isn't it a breakdown on the daily? Why do you think there's a breakdown, man? Are you watching this? Because I'm not seeing a breakdown through horizontals. If you're watching this rising channel, then yeah. But like we discuss over here, often at Mango, I don't trust diagonal lines. I don't make decisions off diagonal lines because they're too finicky. What if I drew this wrong? Like I told you guys last week when I did a live stream, like don't trust any of these diagonal lines. But yeah, going back to the monthly conversation, Vish, what if it's a bear flag, man? Then we buy him. Oh my man, he knows. Denzel Washington gift right there. Yeah, exactly. That is the answer. If at least for me, if we have that breakdown of this bear flag, then I'm gonna go with Krisha's theory, because Krisha has been looking for that no, she's not been looking for it. I don't want to say that she's looking for it and she's waiting anxiously for it, but if you guys do remember, and when we do talk about these high level things, guys, I really wish you guys start like taking down notes and really keep it at the back of your mind. She's been looking at this 3-day 200 moving average, right, a lot, and she's looking for the move towards the downside as soon as we confirm, okay, this 3-day break over here. Now, as you guys can see, we're kind of squeezing between the 3-day 10K and the 200-day moving average. Now, again, I'm not going to be using this myself, particularly. I'm not going to be using this, but I'll let you guys know that Krisha is looking at this. Me personally, I'm just going to wait for the monthly because, Jesus Christ, we have only 1 week before the monthly. It's just easier to play that. Now, that being said, let's say it activates. Let's say the bear thesis activates, whether you guys are looking at the weekly, the 3-day, the monthly, or all of it together. Let's say that activates. I'll tell you guys what I'm looking for. And this, again, is Krisha's find. Go back to the monthly. She's essentially looking for a similar structure that played out on Amazon. I forget what year. I think 2010, maybe earlier, maybe much earlier. But essentially, this M-like formation, right, guys, that is been taking a while to play out towards the downside. If it does play out, a lot of people are going to be looking towards like deep moves, maybe like 18, 19,000, possibly a wick all the way down to 14,000. On a capitulation event, it will get picked up really fast. Like anyone who has dry powder and price comes down over there is going to get picked up like this, right? Now, what she is looking for though is this. This is what she's looking for. Essentially a fake out, or I don't call it a fake out, so to speak, but essentially this entire area over here being a U-like formation underneath the M, and the M not seeing continuation. Okay. Now again, I'm not looking for that. If this does break, I'm just going to be looking all the way down to 19,000. And if she's right, great, because at least she makes money, right? But I'm just telling you guys what she's looking at. I'm not going to be trading that. I'm looking for that too because I'm hoping for it to be true. But I'm not going to be looking to be a buyer there. I'll buy above these levels again. You know what I mean, guys? Do you guys know what I mean? I'll buy again above 34,000, etc. I don't think I'll be buying here. Or I don't know. I really want to separate my long-term buys in terms of like my buys for 2028. Now I'm already thinking about 2028 because we're so close to 2024 now. But I will buy some Bitcoin over here in that area here, of course, but I wouldn't be trading it. I'll be buying it to put it in my cold storage. She's likely going to trade this region because she's been looking at it a lot. I've not, but yeah, just to show you guys that not everyone needs to be in line with their trade ideas, right? As long as you trade your idea though, and you have an invalidation, trade it. Okay. So yeah, major monthly levels, 3-day 200 moving average is also really important, and that's Bitcoin. We were talking about, we were on the dashboard and we came here. Okay. Let's go to Mango View. We can talk about the weekly quickly. US 10-year, US 30-year are pretty much flattened out now. Dixie has cracked 100. Bitcoin dominance coming down. Yeah, and fear is sitting at extreme fear now, guys. Weekly is not the best picture, eh? Like, I don't like this weekly candle. It's kind of recovering right now. Let's see how much it can recover by the end. Weekly 21 EMA right over there, retest of that. Ichimoku, Tenkin as well. So we got a retest of the Tenkin and the 21 EMA, instantly rejected. Now it seems like it wants to fill up the candle. Overall though, higher lows, higher highs, right? So let's see how this plays out. Again, like I said, guys, my thesis, or rather my rules, are going to be saying that as long as the weekly has this kind of weak bear cross, remember it's a weak bear cross because the cloud is green, right? I'm not going to be looking for any breakout out of the range over here. Now, it doesn't mean the breakout can't happen. What it means is that I'll be looking to take profits myself personally at around 60,000, 65,000 if I take trades towards the top of the range. Get it? Get it? Right? So if the breakout happens, that's an invalidation of the weekly, and it means that the weekly Tenkin Kijun is going to cross bullish again. Now, let me explain this to you guys who are new here, because it does seem like we have a couple of new people. I'm talking about this blue Tenkin over here, guys, crossing with this red Kijun. Okay, the Kijun is the red line, the Tenkin is the blue line. The blue line crossing underneath the Kijun is a bearish cross, but because the cloud is green, it is a weak bearish cross. Get it? If the cloud was red, it would be a lot stronger for the bears. Okay, but because the cloud is green, price is above the cloud, it is a weaker cross. But that doesn't stop you from saying, you know what, I'm not going to be trading trend trades until I get the full bullish setup, which would be the Tenkin crossing back over the Kijun. Oh shit, I'm still on the Mango view. My god. Apologies, guys. Damn it. Okay, yeah, do you have to say that all over again? Yeah, right over here, guys, I was talking about all of this over here. So yeah, I'll do it again. Apologies. Whew, that'll take a sip of water. Alright, so long story short, I'm talking about, we're looking at the Tenkin Kijun over here. Alright guys, the red line is the Kijun, the blue line is the Tenkin. At the moment, this is a bearish cross. Okay, this is a bearish cross. However, it is a weak bearish cross because the cloud is green. Okay, you guys can see the cloud is green over here. All right, the green line is over the red line, the cloud is green. If we had the cloud red, it would be a lot stronger. However, the cloud is green, so this makes it a weak bearish cross. That doesn't change the fact though that you shouldn't look for a strong trend trade until this does turn bullish. And how does this turn bullish? If we get the blue crossing above the Kijun. Okay, until then you look for range trades within the ranges, and the range is essentially your top of the range, the bottom of the range, right, and the middle of the range. The bottom of the range at the moment is your cloud level, the bottom of the cloud. Top of the range is your top of the range over here around 65,000. Middle, I would use the Kijun, guys. Okay, I'd use the Kijun. You could use the Tenkin too. It would have worked out for you guys in this current range, but I would use the Kijun for the weekly middle of the range. Make sense? Any questions on this? As you guys can see, we did see a rejection of the 21 EMA and the Tenkin and the green 55 as well. Okay. Furthermore, what makes things even that much more confusing for all of you who are new is that we have higher lows and high highs on the weekly. So what's going on? What's going on? Hardway says Feb probably scares the market some more. Feb, oh you mean Fed. People scared, panic sell, huge dip this year. Maybe UO by end of year continuation. UO, oh maybe up. Okay, I think you mean up. I think we see up this summer if we hold the monthly levels. I'll show you guys what's really important at the moment. In my opinion, at the very least. I think this chart's really important, guys. I learned a couple of things recently about the Japanese bond markets. If you guys are interested in learning about this or hearing about this at the very least, let me know in the live chat. Spam yes. Is that a bear flag on the weekly? It very well could be. It very well could be more gluta. Good question. And that's essentially a clear view of the bear flag on the monthly that we were talking about at the beginning of the stream, right? So for example, it all depends now on whether we break up or down over there. If we break up over there, it triggers Vishal. Vishal mentioned a ascending triangle on the monthly. It triggers Vishal's ascending triangle thesis. If we break down, well, that weekly momentum is going to be coming down, or rather weekly bear flag momentum is going to be coming down onto monthly support, and that maybe the momentum is enough to break the support, right? Hey Julian, how's it going? You came in just in time. We're about to talk about what's going on in the Japanese yen market. US dollar yen. Ah, okay, cool. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but it's great that you're listening in even while you're driving. Love you, man. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain this the best I can because I'm not an expert on all of these matters either. I've been, as you guys know, learning over the past few years, and I'm teaching you guys everything I learn as I go. But what's happening right now, and we talked about this in the last stream, where Japan has been doing yield curve control for a while now. A couple of things to note though, guys, is that Japan is more concerned about their deflation, okay, than their inflation, okay? Unlike what you guys are probably used to in your countries at the moment, where you're probably fighting your country's central bank at the very least is trying to fight inflation. Japan is more concerned about deflation, okay, because everything is deflating and yields are generally have been going down. They have an aging population, etc., etc. That's what they're more concerned about. So they're actually looking for inflation. But at the same time, they don't want yields to go up too much. So what they've been doing recently is they've been essentially buying bonds. I think they're called JGB, right? JGB bonds. Like, again, we've been looking at the US 10-year treasuries recently. Similar story over there. They've been coming in, printing money, and buying bonds off the market, thus suppressing yields. Now I've been essentially trying to educate you guys on the basic concepts now for the past year, where remember, if bonds get bid, yields go down, right? If bonds get sold, yields go up, okay? I'm going to draw it out for you guys over here. If bonds get bid, bonds go up, yields go down, right? And the reverse is true, right? If bonds sell off, yields are going to go up, right? That's kind of what we've been seeing on the US 10-year. Where is my chart? Right over here, right? Essentially, bonds have been essentially getting sold off, right? And what happened? Oh, sorry. Bonds have been getting sold off and yields have gone up. I skipped a step there. Bonds have been getting sold off and yields go up. Now over here, you guys are seeing yields kind of stagger, right? What does it mean? It means that bonds are catching a bid, and that intuitively kind of should make sense to you guys, right? Why? Because yields are now giving you 3%, right? 3% is a lot better than what we were getting a while ago, which was all the way down at 0.53, and on average for longest time we were sitting at around 1.3ish. Suddenly we're like almost 3x the yields. So it becomes a more attractive investment for people to start dollar cost averaging into the bond market again. Okay, so that's how it works. Just in terms of in terms of bonds going up, yields going down, etc., etc. So back to what's going on over here. Now, the Japanese central bankers, what they've been doing is essentially been buying bonds by printing money. So they've been essentially suppressing yields. Now again, remember, if they buy bonds, yields go down, okay? But in order to do that, they've been essentially printing yen, right? They've been making yen out of thin air, essentially inflating the market, and that's why the yen has been losing value, which is what you're seeing over here, right? The US dollar is going up against the yen, right? And this is one of the biggest currencies out there, right? The euro and the yen, both of them together, which is probably what we are seeing in the Dixie index as well. That's kind of why Dixie is going up, guys, because the yen is weakening so much, and the yen comprises of a major component of the Dixie index. Okay, so I just need to close that right over there. Okay, so what we're seeing is the Japanese central bank printing yen, trying to yield curve control their bond market by buying bonds to keep the yields down. Now here's what gets really interesting. Because of this, right? Because of this, the differential, okay, does anybody know the ticker for the Japanese bond market? Let me just try to find it. JGB. I don't know the ticker, unfortunately, right? Oh, right over here, JGB mini trade. Okay, yeah, I got right, I think. Oh, no data. Okay, we don't need it anyways. Okay, so essentially what's been happening is, because the Japanese central bankers have been keeping yields down in their use the bond filter. We don't need it. It's just going to confuse you guys, to be honest, if I bring it up. I use a different website to check on bonds, but I'll pull that up on a different video. For now, using TradingView would be way easier for you guys. So essentially, because the Japanese central bankers have been keeping yields down, let's say they've been keeping it down, to keep things simple, at around 1.5%, right? They've been keeping their yields down over here, all the way down at 1.5%. Okay, what's happening is, when traders are looking at the market and they are seeing, or rather even investors, they're seeing that US 10-year sitting all the way at 3%, okay, and the difference between the Japanese bond and the US bond is that much, right? Almost 2x, 1.5% versus 3%. What happens? Well, money is going to flow in over here, right? Money is going to exit over here, and it's going to start flowing in over here. Okay, so money exiting from the Japanese bond market and flowing into the US 10-year market, right? Into the US market, the US bond market. But what does that also do? Because we have a double force now, double supply force of, one, the Japanese central bankers printing money, as well as people exiting the Japanese market, thereby selling their yen and entering the US market. We have a double force of sell pressure on the Japanese yen currency, right? The Japanese yen is going to feel that much pressure, and the US dollar Japanese yen ratio is going to see up. At one point, okay, the Japanese government, or rather Japanese central bankers, are going to have to give up on yield curve control, and they're going to say, you know what, things have gotten a bit too drastic. We're sitting at 140, 150-ish. What does that mean? Right? It means that we're going to have to stop yield curve control, which means that their bond market, we're going to go back to US 10-year yield chart now, because we've drawn it out up here. Okay, remember what we discussed at the beginning of this explanation. When the bond market goes up, yields come down. But when the bond market goes down, yields actually start going up, right? And remember what's going on right now. Everyone in Japan, or the Japanese bond market, is selling their bonds, and they're exiting towards the US yields because of this massive differential. If we start seeing the opposite happen now, because the central bankers pull out their bid, because they are the ones buying the bonds right now, if they stop doing it and they let yields go up, well, the opposite is going to happen, right? And money is going to start flowing in the other direction, right? It's going to leave the the US market, right? And it's going to start entering the Japanese market again. And that's going to put further pressure on the US 10-year bonds. And they're going to, right now, guys, right now, you're seeing downside pressure, right? You're seeing downside pressure on yields. Why? Because the bonds are catching a bid. Remember, you put very simply, and again, I'm simplifying this. JP 10-year, why? Oh, okay. Thanks, man. I'll check it out in a sec. Right now, what's happening? Let's put it very simply, and I'm simplifying it, of course, but you guys can visualize that in the Japanese bond market, those investors and traders are essentially coming in and bidding the US bonds, right? Because they're bidding the US bonds, the yields are being pressed down. The yields are being pressed down, right? So yields are not going as upwards as they could have. But as soon as they stop doing that and they enter their market again, what's going to happen to US 10-year yields? It's going to keep going up and may blow up, right? And then again, we're going to keep seeing this kind of differential happen and volatility cascade throughout all the bond markets throughout the world, guys. The major ones at the very least, right? In Europe, in Japan, in USA, and other markets that matter. So we're going to see a lot of volatility and probably some dislocations, and that is a concern, because if you start seeing yields go up, risk assets, you guys should see me right now. I'm flailing my hands around. I should be on camera. But yeah, that's the complexity right now that I'm trying to wrap my mind around as well. And I'm going to try to teach it to you guys while I do. So do forgive me if I don't understand it fully. I'm trying to learn. If you guys have any questions right now, please do ask. Right? And I've been trying to kind of like teach you the basics, guys, for a year now. And those of you who are here at the moment, you guys do understand all of this because you guys were keen and interested as opposed to just looking for shitcoin pumps. And I really appreciate you guys for that. I really do. For those of you who have stayed the course and have been learning with Mango, love all of you. Oh dear God, I really need to go and get some dinner. But yeah, this is the situation. Oh yeah, and remember, going back to what I mentioned about Japan has been having a deflation problem, them devaluing their currency like this, because this is a devaluation, right? So at the moment, it might be good. It might be a good thing for them, where they're like, you know what, we want inflation anyways. We want to target an inflation number, but at some point they're going to be like, this is enough. Right? We don't want inflation getting out of control, because you guys are all witnessing right now, those of you in Europe and the United States and Canada as well, you guys are all witnessing how inflation can go freaking parabolic if it's left out of control. So at some point they're going to stop their yield curve control if things do get too crazy. They can't devalue the currency too much, guys, because money's going to leave. Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm keeping an eye on at the moment. And yeah, as I learn more, I'm gonna try to explain it to all of you guys, of course. So if you guys do enjoy this kind of stuff and enjoy a simple, raw breakdown of these kind of macro concepts, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button too if you guys are enjoying this. I see only 14 likes, and yeah, do only 14 of you like this kind of content. That's actually very, very telling. It seems like Bitcoin holders are treating Bitcoin like other stocks. So how Bitcoin is going to react to, how is Bitcoin going to react in this situation and even keep the money safe from inflation? I don't understand your question. Okay, right now, the way you need to look at the market is there's a tug of war going on, or rather a push and pull between investors who are looking at Bitcoin as a emerging safe haven asset, right? An emerging safe haven asset where they're buying right now and looking to hold for maybe 2030, maybe even further, right? Because they have a long-term view, versus investors who are looking for just a high volatility risk asset that is correlated towards NASDAQ. And those guys are going to be selling Bitcoin every time stocks go down and buying Bitcoin every time stocks go up. But there's a push and pull over there, guys, because there's another segment of investors who are looking at Bitcoin as a long-term safe haven, and they're looking to buy now at cheap prices because they know that in the long term Bitcoin is going to lose its volatility. So that's how you need to look at it. It's not a safe haven yet. It's an emerging safe haven, and there are other traders who are trading it as a risk asset. Awesome. Thank you, Alina. Appreciate the like, and I appreciate you guys for liking these kind of complex topics that I'm trying to break down to the crypto community that otherwise seems to not care about these things that matter to their livelihood, that matter to how they manage their money and their savings, right? But yeah, I'm doing my part. If you guys are interested in this kind of content, please make sure to follow along as we learn ourselves. Okay, yeah, so now we'll go quickly through the altcoin requests before we wrap up, guys. Okay, we'll start. Vishal, are you here? If Vishal's not here, I'm not going to do hacks. He needs to hit I'm here. He needs to say I'm here. Vish, he'll start with BNB. I haven't looked at BNB in a while, but you guys can see that the last time I looked at BNB was right here, guys. Right, seriously. And it's been holding the same levels. So we can just stretch this out, and you guys can see that that's the major level for BNB to be, rather major block for BNB to break out of. If it does break out of this block, I'll be looking towards all-time highs again at 680-ish. Until then, it's actually stuck in a very, very awkward spot where it doesn't make it an interesting asset at all to trade. If it loses this level towards the downside, then I'll be looking towards a short-term. Actually, no. I'll be looking at this structure here along with this. Yeah, so it breaks both of these levels towards the downside. On the weekly level, I'll be looking towards this structure here then, between 286 to around 250-ish, right? So yeah, squeezing at the moment, needs to break above the zone for me to be interested for a move to around 665. Breaks above 665, I'll be looking towards $1,000, 800-ish probably first. Oh, Wish is here. All right, Hex USDT. I'm not pulling up Uniswap, man. I'll need to set up my browser, etc. for on Streamlabs for that. Why can't I look at it here though? This isn't good enough. Oh, okay. I'll try, man. I'll try for you. How's BitGet? I mean, this is good enough, to be honest. This is good enough because we have a structure here that is actually really interesting. Right, there's two things that could happen from oops, wait, what did I just do? Oh, there's two things that could happen over here. One, we break out of this weird symmetrical triangle that it's, again, don't pay too much attention to the symmetrical triangle. Pay attention to the ranges, the higher level ranges over here, Vishal, where you want to see if it gets to the top of the range, in which case it's going to end up being a ascending triangle like structure, and you'll be looking for something like this to target back to around 22 cents, right? However, if we break towards the downside over here, you'll be actually probably PMing Krisha and asking her about one of her favorite formations, which is a rising head and shoulders. And honestly, this is only going to happen if Bitcoin also breaks down. So watching Bitcoin for a clear picture will give you an idea. I don't think that's happening though, to be honest. I think this wants to break up, right? If it does break towards the downside though, you'll be using this as your measured move. And now if you have a better chart with more price history, let me know if around 7 cents has been historically a key level, because that's going to be your target, right? If it breaks towards the upside though, first target would be around 21 cents to 22 cents. Okay, that's Hex. We did BNB. ZRX for Alina. Let's go. ZRX. There's probably a better chart. I remember there being more history on this. Seems to be respecting monthly levels, Alina, right over here. It's actually not an easy chart to trade. Maybe it's trading on Bitcoin, against Bitcoin. Alina, I don't have much for you on this one, unfortunately. I'll be forcing an analysis. Ooh, maybe on the weekly. It did have a trade over here, but that's done now. The question is, does it see continuation? It has already hit support and got rejected, closed underneath. Really volatile, low liquidity, it seems. Like, look at this, look at the volume here. This broke out on very low volume, like a massive breakout to the top of the range here, middle of the range, of the major range. Very low liquidity. But then again, this is the Bitcoin pairing. Awesome, awesome. What a beautiful response, Alina. Alina just said, that's why I didn't trade it. I couldn't figure it out. Brilliant. When you can't figure something out, just don't trade it. Don't touch it. When you don't understand what's going on, don't touch it. That's really mango of you. Really mango of you. There's volume on the daily, though. Volume spike here, too. I still can't figure this out. This is really difficult. I'll only be interested in this one if it breaks above $2. Like, if you have a fundamental thesis on ZRX, then maybe, like, you want to be a buyer all the way down here, right? Or maybe here. But honestly, just play the breakout of the range or value buy at 13 cents. That's it. I don't have anything here. Let's do KNC now for Alina. Okay, ooh, what the, ooh, what? No one's talking about KNC? This is a really good chart. This is a really good chart. Like, look at that. Wow. Wait, there's got to be more price history. What's the most price history on this, Alina? Binance. It didn't. The thing is, it didn't give you an easy trade on the monthly. Like, it did one of those things that I hate altcoins doing. I hate Bitcoin doing too, where it closes right at your resistance level and doesn't give you an easy entry. Yeah, this one is not giving people a chance, man. This feels like one of those coins that's gonna run away. Like, you know, look at it did on the weekly too. It's respecting the levels like really well. Easy money, man. KNC was called on the dashboard. 12 hour. Yeah, using the 12 hour on all coins is such a good idea. Such a good idea. Like, it's the big secret. But yeah, I'm glad the dashboard's been paying off for you, man. It's awesome. Dashboard is it's stupid value for money at the moment. Stupid value for money. And we're actually looking to add more features to it. We've been working on it. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. For those of you who are new here and you guys don't know what Vishal's talking about, he's referring to this right over here, the dashboard in its entirety. By the way, there's a free version of the dashboard too that you guys should go ahead and use. I'm not sure if KNC is one of the free coins available, but yeah, just use the dashboard because Mango View as well. It gives you access to the 12 hour, the 2-day and the 4-day, which is not available for free on TradingView. Right. Alright, KNC is looking really good, by the way, Lena. This is in blue sky breakout territory, unless I'm missing a chart with more history. Kush will probably be way better at giving you targets from around here than I am, but sitting at 5, I don't know. Let's get the daily. You can probably look at this rising channel over here. Honestly, this looks so good. I'm forcing like a pullback here, to be honest, but just watch out for this to lose its trend. Like, I'll be looking for it to lose $4. If it loses, or rather in wick underneath $4, right? 399 to be a little bit more precise. I'd be looking for a retest of 3.2. I think this will get picked up like this quickly and up. That could be worth a trade, because if it breaks underneath here, you just exit, right? Yeah, it could pull back soon here, right? All right. Anything else? What coins were? Okay. We said ape USDT. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's a great chart, by the way. FYI, I actually do have ape. I do have ape. I have ape over here. I'm around 11, 12-ish. Yeah, this I'm biased on the chart, of course, but at the moment I don't see it breaking out yet. But then again, what KNC has done may actually... Yeah, so essentially a break above $17, and this is going probably hitting 27, 28. Like, if this is a real level, it's probably going there. Like, it's not something I'm targeting. My position is really conservative in that I'm letting this ride. I'm letting this ride if it does break up, right? Especially since I have such a good position somewhere around here. The bear thesis for ape is if it loses this level here, guys, at around 1370-ish, then it's coming back into the range. It may actually hold these levels here, right? This trend line, descending trend line, retest this, not actually come down to the bottom of the range and then make its way back up. Or if it actually does come down, it needs to lose these levels here around 1057, and then we're seeing some ugly price action. Okay, so that's ape. What else? I think that's it. I think we covered them all. Last one, a wrap up. Yeah, so Luna's doing exactly what we thought it would do a few weeks ago. We talked about how it breaks out of this kind of structure that is an obvious breakout. Hey, watch out for KNC doing something like that too, eh? But it doesn't seem like the same idea at all. Broke above, lowered in liquidity, and then immediately closed underneath, and this was really your exit, right? As soon as we took out the weekly low of the prior breakout week, that was your move to look for further deeper pullback. And the deeper pullback, by the way, is very rarely a move all the way down here. It could happen though, and at the moment, let's see, Luna's actually doing good today, but this is gonna, honestly, I don't have a Luna position, even though I've been looking at it so closely. I think this is going to go sideways. I honestly think Luna is going to go sideways. That's just from my experience with this kind of thing, where it breaks out and breaks back into the range, and then you're waiting for it to break out again. It just ends up being really choppy. So I'll be looking for it to take out this region here before I look for any trade, right? And at that point, what are you looking for? Well, I actually had it drawn out over there. You're looking for a structure over here to form. A new structure entirely, because this structure is is out of the picture. You're looking for that, or maybe that, right? The monthly doesn't look so bad, but yeah, conditions are not favorable at the moment, right? Market conditions. So Luna, I'll be looking for a weekly structure over here to form. Oops, this one over here. Alright guys, I'm really tired. I'm really tired. We covered a lot today, and I haven't eaten yet. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys did, smash those likes. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. And I think Krisha opened up a couple of Discord spots for the Discord channel. It's a quick teaser, or not teaser, but a heads up for those of you who actually listen to the end of the stream. You guys can find us at themangoway.com/discord. There's only 10 spots I think left, maybe less actually. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Lena. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Delvinder. Thank you, all of you who joined. JP, you're very welcome, man. And apologies if the Japan US Treasury yield stuff was a bit too complicated. I've been trying to upgrade the education of this community as we go. Some days are going to be harder than others, but we're going to be redundant and repeat the concepts over and over again. And before you guys know it, you guys will understand everything, and you guys will be like, "Hey, what do you know? I know this shit. I know this shit." And we're going to do it while keeping it mango. Yeah, I still have Sol and I still have Ava, but don't freaking copy trade me, guys. Don't copy. I lose money, man. Don't copy trade me, because when I do exit positions, you guys are not gonna know. By the way, Lindica, my Sol position that I'm not sure which position you're talking about. Just gonna talk about this quickly. Not sure which position you're talking about. The first trade that I took, where I took profits and re-entered, right? Now I have a bigger Sol position than I did before, actually. So yeah, remember we took profits here, and yeah, Sol USD and Sol Bitcoin were both looking like a profit-taking opportunity, and now we're adding again. Yeah, but don't copy me. You need to trade your own trades. Cheers, guys.